What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2018 movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, in this movie, Miles Morales is bitten by a radioactive spider and gains spider powers. And after the Peter Parker of his universe is killed, he's wanting to take on the mantle of Spider-Man and ends up teaming up with a bunch of different spider people from different universes when they get sucked into his universe, and he has to find a way to help them get back to their universe and stop the Kingpin from destroying New York City. And pretty much the whole universe, because the multiverse is collapsing. This is a pretty good movie. I really do like this movie. I know it's kind of become a fan favorite. People have loved this movie from the minute it got out, and I saw it for the first time in the theater and thought it was good. I wasn't quite as impressed with this movie as a lot of people were, though, and everything. I love Miles Morales. I think he's an awesome character, and I've loved him in the comics and everything. And I've seen him in a couple of TV shows, not very many episodes, but a few of different animated shows that he was on. I've seen a couple episodes of those. I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man or something like that. But I like the character of Miles and everything, and I love him in this movie. I think he's really great and everything. I just wish they would have done more with him. Maybe had him as a central character throughout the whole movie and stuff, and maybe saved a spin-off with these other characters later. But the way the movie turned out, I think it's actually really good, though. It's a fun little multiverse movie, and is the reason why everybody's wanting this live-action multiverse to happen in the live-action movies. But this is a really fun, entertaining movie, though. And aside from Miles, you get some really other awesome Spider-Man characters. You have Peter B. Parker, who is the alternate version of Spider-Man that's not in Miles's world, and he's like 38-year-old version of the character, and he's been Spider-Man for about 20 years, and so I thought that was kind of cool, bringing in an older Spider-Man with a lot more experience and stuff. That was a pretty fun to watch. And Chris Pine does the voice of Peter Parker in Miles's world and everything, but the alternate Peter is voiced by Jake Johnson, and both of them, I think, do a really good job at the characters and stuff. Although I think I liked Chris Pine's a little bit more, but he doesn't have a lot of screen time or anything, but I did like his version a lot too. I love the friendship that Peter B. Parker and Miles Morales were able to form and everything. Like their friendship is written really well. And Haley Steinfeld does the voice of Spider-Gwen, and I think she does a really good job and everything. I really liked her in the role and everything, and she's one of those actresses that I actually think would make a good Spider-Gwen in live action as well. She's just a really great actress and stuff. And Shmeek Moore, I probably butchered his name. He does the voice of Miles, and he's perfect too. Like, all of the voice casting here are great. And you also got Lily Tomlin is Aunt May, and John Mulaney is Spider-Ham. He's absolutely hilarious. Everything that Spider-Ham says is just really hilarious. And then you got Peony Parker and Spider-Man Noir, who's voiced by Nicolas Cage. He's excellent in here. He doesn't talk a lot, but he's excellent, and I love him in this. Now, I think pretty much all of the cast in here are really great, and you got the two main villains of the movie, Olivia Octavius, who is Doc Ock in this version, and she's voiced by Catherine Hahn. I think she does a pretty good job. And Liev Schreiber as Kingpin is is really, really great. He does a really great job voicing him. So all of them are really great in here. I love the voice cast, and the characters are fun to watch together. I do feel like Peony and Spider-Man Nowhere and Spider-Ham could have gotten a little bit better written and stuff. That they go through their backstories really quickly, but we don't know a lot about the characters. And I know it's because they had a limited time with this being an animated movie. They couldn't make it too much more over 2 hours because of kids and stuff not wanting to sit that long. But I wish they could have done a little bit more with their backstories and stuff, because I don't really know much about their characters. I know a little bit of stuff about Spider-Man Noir, but not a lot. I would have liked to see more stories of them. I'm hoping maybe we'll get to see them in future Spider-Verse movies. Maybe they'll get their own spin-offs or something, and we'll get to see more of them and everything, get to spend more time with them. But we didn't get a lot of time in here with them. They're only in here during like the third act, really. They come in like towards the end of the second act and everything, but they're fun to watch though. And like I said, Spider-Ham especially, everything he says is just absolutely hilarious. I heard that there's been rumors that there's going to be a show and stuff that's like a spin-off based on Spider-Ham, which would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Or maybe just continue having him in little short films. I know there are a few that are on my DVD, and they're fun to watch too. But yeah, all the characters are great in here, and you also have Mahershala Ali as Prowler, who is Miles' Uncle Aaron, and you get that scene where Uncle Aaron dies and everything. It's a pretty good scene, pretty emotional scene. Stuff. I don't know what was more emotional, seeing Miles react to his death, or Miles' dad, who is a cop and shows up at the scene and everything. It was written really well. They did a great job with that too. And like I said, all the voice cast is great. The animation in here this is where it becomes a mixed bag for me. I know a lot of people absolutely love the animation, and I love that they did something different with it. It does kind of have a comic book feel to it and everything, and like some of the characters have different animation styles, and they blend all these different styles and everything. It has a very unique feel to it and everything. Like it, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, I've watched animation for a long time, and I haven't ever seen anything like this, because it was just really, really something new and everything. And I appreciate it and like it, but at the same time, it also kind of gives me a headache, because at times it gets really kind of hard to focus on what's going on, and it gets real blurry and stuff, especially in some of the action scenes, and the bright colors and stuff, and the flashing lights make me have a headache. So that's one of the reasons I'm kind of mixed on this movie, because it does it's kind of distracting and everything, but at the same time, I think it does look really good and everything. I just wish that it wasn't so bright and everything, and so flashy and everything, but it does have a comic book feel to it, which I think is awesome and everything. I would have loved to spend a full movie where it was just Miles Morales as the main character, and maybe done a Spider-Verse movie later down the line and everything. I think it would have felt even more epic and fun and everything. But all in all, I think this is a pretty decent movie and everything. It's not one of my most favorite Spider-Man movies, but I do think it's a lot better than the Amazing Spider-Man movies for sure and everything, and it is a fun one. So I thought I'd go ahead and do this one for my Marvel Monday, because I hadn't seen it in a long time and wanted to revisit it and everything, and just revisiting it tonight was pretty fun and everything. I remember liking it the first time I saw it, but I liked it about the same this time. It's not one of my most favorites, but I think it's pretty good. Maybe a tiny bit overrated, because it has kind of been really hyped up, even though it didn't do as good in the box office as most Spider-Man movies do, which kind of surprised me, as popular as this movie is and everything. But I am looking forward to see what they do with the sequels, and I know they're working on some spin-offs and stuff too, so I'm intrigued enough that I'm looking forward to whatever comes next and everything. And like I said, I hope we get something with Miles Morales as the main character, whether it's a animated movie or a live action one. I hope we get something more with him, because he's a lot of fun to watch and everything, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that character in the future on whatever way they do him. But so I'd say I'd give the movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's really entertaining. It's not one of my, like I said, it's not one of my most favorites, but I really enjoy it, and I think it's a lot of fun and everything. So let me know in the comments what you think of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Do you think it's actually the best Spider-Man movie like a lot of people say it is? Do you think it's just okay? Did you like it at all or not like it? Let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.